Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim. Last time I created my character, explained my racial choice, and talked a lot about how I was going to play and what my build would be. Now, let's actually get started. We are at the very start of the Helgen Keep, and our goal is to escape. So let's get to it.
Look around.
Completed. Find some equipment. Here in the Warden's chest we have Imperial Light Armor, 25 armor, 6 pounds, worth 75. We have another Iron Sword, Imperial Light Boots, armor 7, weight 2, value 15, and a Helgen Keep key. We'll go ahead and put the armor on, since it's all I have. And I'm going to keep flames in both hands for now.
You gotta get that armor on. Give that sword a few swings, too. Let's keep moving. That thing is still out there.
In case you're curious, we cannot pickpocket Hadvar. Move through here, grab these buckets and baskets, each weigh half a pound with a value of 1. Pull this chain,
Stormcloaks. Maybe we can reason with them.
and here's how you want to use flames. It's best to just tap it like this and kill enemies, like so.
None of that. Let me see if I can get that door open.
Alright, let's search these Stormcloak corpses. Here we have an Iron Warhammer, damage 20, weight 24, value 60. Stormcloak Cuirass, armor 23, weight 8, value 25. Fur boots, armor 6, weight 2, value 5. The armor we have is better than everything we just picked up, with the exception of these fur gauntlets. Armor 6, weight 2, value 5. We have no gauntlets at the moment, so we'll be putting those on. Also note that for the crafting cycle, you need 2 of any variety of gauntlets. So that's our first one. I'll go ahead and equip those. And I will also go ahead and equip the Iron Warhammer. I think I mentioned that I like to level my skills from least preferred to most preferred. As far as offense goes, two-handed is a skill I'm going to invest 0 perks in. And I prefer to do those inferior skills while the enemies are weaker. So there we go, Iron Warhammer. Here we've got a Stormcloak Cuirass, fur boots, fur gauntlets, perfect. That's the second set of gauntlets I'll use for the crafting cycle, so I will be holding on to those. And an Iron Battle Axe. Now I'm going to equip the Battle Axe, damage 18, weight 20, value 55. The Warhammer does more damage, but it swings quite a bit more slowly, and I prefer speed to raw damage. After all, 2 hits at 18 is a total of 36, versus 1 hit at 20. There's another body over here. He has an Iron War Axe, damage 9, weight 11, value 30, another set of fur boots, and another Stormcloak Cuirass. On the table we have a lantern, weight 2, value 1, 2 tankards, and a broom. Let's keep going. Hadvar will just go on his merry way. Let's search these sacks. 4 carrots, weight 1/10 of a pound, value 1, restore 1 points of health. Take those. Green apple, weight 1/10 of a pound, value 3, restore 2 points of health, and there are 5 of them. There's a bucket, 2 tankards and a lantern, and 2 cabbages, weight 3/10 of a pound, value 2, they restore 1 point of health each. Here's a kettle, weight 2, value 4. I should be sneaking. Can't let myself forget that. Let's head in here, and let's murder these Stormcloaks. Once you're detected, then search that body. Stormcloak Cuirass, fur boots, fur gauntlets, iron battle axe. None of that really does me any good. Hey, our first kill cam. Nice. Search that body. Optional, search the barrel for potions. Another Stormcloak Cuirass, another set of fur boots, another set of fur gauntlets, and another iron battle
See
axe.
if you can find some potions. Might come in handy.
There's Alto wine. Over here we've got 4 baskets. Up here we have a rabbit and a pheasant, which gives us a pheasant breast, weight 2/10 of a pound, value 3, restore 2 points of health, and a raw rabbit leg, weight 1/10 of a pound, value 2, restore 2 points of health. Here's a kettle and 3 potatoes, weight 1/10 of a pound, value 1, restore 1 point of health. Over here we have a garlic braid, an elf's ear, a frost miriam, and another garlic braid. These are our first ingredients. Elf's ear, weight 1/10 of a pound, value 10, effects unknown. Frost miriam, weight 1/10 of a pound, value 1, effects unknown. Garlic, weight 3/10 of a pound, value 1, effects unknown. When we do alchemy sessions, I'll be using an alchemy app available for free on iOS, just called Skyrim Alchemy, which I'll plug in all of the ingredients that I have, and it will tell me the most valuable potions I can make, which in turn will, number 1, make me the most money, and number 2, get me the most experience for my ingredients, and we'll reveal the effects as we learn them. Search this table. A wooden bowl, bread, weight 2/10 of a pound, value 2. Restore 2 points of health. Tankard, wooden bowl, wooden ladle, alto wine, cast iron pot, weight 3, value 2. Cast iron pot, weight 6, value 8. Let's turn around. Potion of minor magicka, weight half a pound, value 20. That restores 25 points of magicka. A salt pile, weight 2/10 of a pound, value 2. That's an ingredient, effects unknown. Cast iron pot, bucket, 3 tankards, cast iron pot, 4 tankards, wine, potion of minor healing, weight half a pound, value 17, restore 25 points of health. And inside the cupboard, find 3 gold, a tankard, and a wooden bowl. Now here is a basket and the potion barrel. 3 potions of minor healing, potion of minor magicka, and a potion of minor stamina, weight half a pound, value 20, restore 25 stamina. Up top, 4 baskets. On the bottom, 4 baskets. Empty sack. This one has 4 salt piles. This one has 4 sacks of flour, weight half a pound, value 1, restore 1 point of health. Over here we have 2 buckets and a large sack with 4 salt piles, a basket. Up here we have 2 more rabbits, another basket with 4 rock warbler eggs, weight half a pound, value 2, ingredients or effects unknown. Bucket, potion of minor healing, salt pile, wooden bowl, bucket. That is it. Let's keep following Hadvar.
Done then? This way.
Let's rush down to the torture room.
The torture room. Gods, I wish we didn't need this.
Let's kill these Stormcloaks. She's down. Hide shield, armor 17, weight 4, value 25. That's our first shield. We won't be equipping them until we're done maxing out two-handed. Another Stormcloak Cuirass, more fur boots, more fur gauntlets, another iron war axe. Two-handed, increased to 26. Glorious.
You fellows happen to...
Another iron warhammer, another Stormcloak Cuirass, fur boots, fur gauntlets, and we're over encumbered. Normally, at this point, I would leave something behind, run out of the dungeon, go offload, and come back. That option's not available to us in Helgen, and it's important to hoard everything here just to get a little bit of starting money, so we're just going to have to suck it up and deal with the inability to run. Iron arrow, bucket.
How I've been entertaining their comrades.
Don't you even know what's going on? A dragon is attacking Helgen.
I continue forgetting to sneak.
Don't make up nonsense. Although, come to think of it, I did hear some odd noises.
We can grab a skull. Weight 2, value 5.
Come with us. We need to get out of here.
You have no authority over me, boy.
Didn't you hear me? I said the keep is under attack.
Forget the old man. I'll come with you.
Wait a second. Looks like there's something in this cage.
Don't bother with that. Lost the key ages ago. Poor fellow screamed for weeks.
See if you can get it open with some picks. We'll need everything we can get.
Optional. Attempt to pick the lock to the cage. Hadvar gave me 12 lock picks.
Sure. Take all my things. Please.
Grab what you can and let's go.
Alright, let's head over here. See what we can find. Yes, I know, I'm over encumbered. Here is an iron mace. Damage 10, weight 13, value 35. An iron shield, armor rating 22, weight 12, value 60. If we head over here, we find an iron dagger, damage 4, weight 2, value 10. 2 lockpicks. And here's another copy of Brief History of the Empire V2. And here's a book we haven't read, Brief History of the Empire V1, weight 1, value 2. A Brief History of the Empire, Part 1, by Stronach Cathage III, Imperial Historian. Before the rule of Tiber Septim, all Tamriel was in chaos. The poet Tresisis called that period of continuous unrest, days and nights of blood and venom. The kings were a petty lot of grasping tyrants, who fought Tiber's attempts to bring order to the land, but they were as disorganized as they were dissolute, and the strong hand of Septim brought peace forcibly to Tamriel. The year was Second Era 896. The following year the Emperor declared the beginning of a new era. Thus began the Third Era year Aught. For 38 years the Emperor Tiber reigned supreme. It was a lawful, pious, and glorious age, when justice was known to one and all, from serf to sovereign. On Tiber's death, it reigned for an entire fortnight, as if the land of Tamriel itself was weeping. The Emperor's grandson Pelagius came to the throne. Though his reign was short, he was as strong and resolute as his father had been, and Tamriel could have enjoyed a continuation of the Golden Age. Alas, an unknown enemy of the Septim family hired that accursed organization of cutthroats, the Dark Brotherhood, to kill the Emperor Pelagius I as he knelt at prayer at the Temple of the One in the Imperial City. Pelagius I's reign lasted less than 3 years. Pelagius had no living children, so the crown imperial passed to his first cousin, the daughter of Tiber's brother Agnorith. Kintyra, former queen of Silvanar, assumed the throne as Kintyra I. Her reign was blessed with prosperity and good harvests, and she herself was an avid patroness of art, music, and dance. Kintyra's son was crowned after her death, the first emperor of Tamriel to use the imperial name Uriel. Uriel I was the great lawmaker of the Septim dynasty, and a promoter of independent organizations and guilds. Under his kind but firm hand, the Fighters' Guild and the Mages' Guild increased in prominence throughout Tamriel. His son and successor Uriel II reigned for 18 years, from the death of Uriel I in 3rd Era 64 to Pelagius II's succession in 3rd Era 82. Tragically, the rule of Uriel II was cursed with blights, plagues, and insurrections. The tenderness he inherited from his father did not serve Tamriel well, and little justice was done. Pelagius II inherited not only the throne from his father, but the debt from the latter's poor financial and judicial management. Pelagius dismissed all of the elder council, and allowed only those willing to pay great sums to resume their seats. He encouraged similar acts among his vassals, the kings of Tamriel, and by the end of his 17-year reign, Tamriel had returned to prosperity. His critics, however, have suggested that any advisor possessed of wisdom but not of gold had been summarily ousted by Pelagius. This may have led to some of the troubles his son Antiochus faced when he in turn became emperor. Antiochus was certainly one of the more flamboyant members of the usually austere Septim family. He had numerous mistresses and nearly as many wives, and was renowned for the grandeur of his dress and his high good humor. Unfortunately, his reign was rife with civil war, surpassing even that of his grandfather Uriel II. The War of the Isle in 3rd Era 110, 12 years after Antiochus assumed the throne, nearly took the province of Somerset Isle away from Tamriel. The united alliance of the kings of Somerset and Antiochus only managed to defeat King Orcam of the island kingdom of Pyandonia due to a freak storm. Legend credits the Sigic order of the Isle of Artaeum with the sorcery behind the tempest. The story of Kintyra II, heiress to her father Antiochus's throne, is certainly one of the saddest tales in imperial history. Her first cousin Uriel, son of Queen Potema of Solitude, accused Kintyra of being a bastard, alluding to the infamous decadence of the imperial city during her father's reign. When this accusation failed to stop her coronation, Uriel bought the support of several disgruntled kings of High Rock, Skyrim, and Morrowind, and with Queen Potema's assistance, he coordinated 3 attacks on the Septim Empire. The first attack occurred in the Iliac Bay region, which separates High Rock and Hammerfell. Kintyra's entourage was massacred and the Empress taken captive. For 2 years, Kintyra II languished in an imperial prison, believed to be somewhere in Glenpoint or Glenmoral, before she was slain in her cell under mysterious circumstances. The second attack was on a series of imperial garrisons along the coastal Morrowind Islands. The Empress's consort, Contin Erinix, fell defending the forts. The third and final attack was a siege on the imperial city itself, occurring after the Elder Council had split up the army to attack western High Rock and eastern Morrowind. The weakened government had little defense against Uriel's determined aggression, and capitulated after only a fortnight of resistance. Uriel took the throne that same evening and proclaimed himself Uriel III, Emperor of Tamriel. The year was 3rd Era 121. Thus began the War of the Red Diamond, described in Volume 2 of this series. We, of course, have already read Volume 2. Let's creep out here and go search this end table now. There's another iron dagger. A knapsack containing 4 lockpicks and a potion of minor healing. Lockpicks, by the way, weigh nothing, value 2. And the Book of the Dragonborn, weight 1, value 12. The Book of the Dragonborn by Prior Emmeline Medrine, Order of Talos, Waynon Priory, year 360 of the 3rd Era, 21st of the reign of His Majesty Pelagius IV. Many people have heard the term Dragonborn. We are, of course, ruled by the Dragonborn emperors, but the true meaning of the term is not commonly understood. For those of us in the Order of Talos, this is a subject near and dear to our hearts, and in this book I will attempt to illuminate the history and significance of those known as Dragonborn down through the ages. Most scholars agree that the term was first used in connection with the Covenant of Akatosh, when the blessed Saint Alicia was given the Amulet of Kings and the dragonfires in the Temple of the One were first lit. Akatosh, looking with pity upon the plight of men, drew precious blood from his own heart and blessed Saint Alicia with this blood of dragons, and made a covenant that so long as Alicia's generations were true to the dragon blood, Akatosh would endeavor to seal tight the gates of oblivion, and to deny the armies of Daedra and undead to their enemies, the Daedra-loving Aelids. Those blessed by Akatosh with the dragon blood became known more simply as Dragonborn. The connection with the rulers of the empire was thus there from the beginning. Only those of the dragon blood were able to wear the Amulet of Kings and light the dragonfires. All the legitimate rulers of the empire have been Dragonborn, the emperors and empresses of the first Cyrodiilic Empire founded by Alicia, Reman Cyrodiil and his heirs, and of course Tiber Septim and his heirs, down to our current emperor, His Majesty Pelagius Septim IV. Because of this connection with the emperors, however, the other significance of the Dragonborn has been obscured and largely forgotten by all but scholars and those of us dedicated to the service of the blessed Talos, who was Tiber Septim. Very few realize that being Dragonborn is not a simple matter of heredity. Being the blessing of Akatosh himself, it is beyond our understanding exactly how and why it is bestowed. Those who become emperor and light the dragonfires are surely Dragonborn. The proof is in the wearing of the amulet and the lighting of the fires. But were they Dragonborn and thus able to do these things? Or was the doing the sign of the blessing of Akatosh descending upon them? All that we can say is that it is both and neither, a divine mystery. The line of Septims have all been dragonborn, of course, which is one reason the simplistic notion of it being hereditary has become so commonplace. But we know for certain that the early Cyrodiilic rulers were not all related. There is also no evidence that Riemann Cyrodiil was descended from Alesia, although there are many legends that would make it so, most of them dating from the time of Riemann and likely attempts to legitimize his rule. We know that the Blades, usually thought of as the Emperor's bodyguards, originated in Akaviri crusaders who invaded Tamriel for obscure reasons in the late First Era. They appear to have been searching for a dragonborn. The events at Pale Pass bear this out, and the Akaviri were the first to proclaim Riemann Cyrodiil as dragonborn. In fact, it was the Akaviri who did the most to promote his standing as emperor, although Riemann himself never took that title in his lifetime. And of course there is no known hereditary connection between Tiber Septim and any of the previous dragonborn rulers of Tamriel. Whether there can be more than one dragonborn at any time is another mystery. The emperors have done their best to dismiss this notion, but of course the imperial succession itself means that at the very least there are two or more potential dragonborn at any time, the current ruler and his or her heirs. The history of the Blades also hints at this, although little is known of their activities during the interregnum between Riemann's empire and the rise of Tiber Septim. Many believe that the Blades continued to search out and guard those they believed were or might be dragonborn during this time. Lastly, we come to the question of the true meaning of being dragonborn. The connection with dragons is so obvious that it has almost been forgotten. In these days when dragons are a distant memory, we forget that in the early days being dragonborn meant having the dragon blood. Some scholars believe that was meant quite literally, although the exact significance is not known. The Nords tell tales of dragonborn heroes who were great dragon slayers, able to steal the power of the dragons they killed. Indeed, it is well known that the Akaviri sought out and killed many dragons during their invasion, and there is some evidence that this continued after they became Riemann Cyrodiil's Dragon Guard, again the connection to dragons, the direct predecessor to the Blades of today. I leave you with what is known as the prophecy of the Dragonborn. It often said to originate in an Elder Scroll, although it is sometimes also attributed to the ancient Akaviri. Many have attempted to decipher it, and many have also believed that its omens had been fulfilled, and that the advent of the last Dragonborn was at hand. I make no claims as an interpreter of prophecy, but it does suggest that the true significance of Akatosh's gift to mortal kind has yet to be fully understood. When misrule takes its place at the 8 corners of the world, when the brass tower walks and time is reshaped, when the thrice-blessed fail and the red tower trembles, when the dragonborn ruler loses his throne and the white tower falls, when the snow tower lies sundered, kingless, bleeding, the World Eater wakes and the wheel turns upon the last dragonborn. One little note about the prophecy, which is kind of cool, is that it refers to the previous games in the series. When misrule takes its place at the 8 corners of the world refers to Arena, Elder Scrolls 1, where the Staff of Chaos was divided into 8 pieces. When the brass tower walks and time is reshaped, refers to the ending of Elder Scrolls 2, Daggerfall, when Numidium is reborn and the warp in the west or the dragon break occurs and all 7 possible endings happen at once, hence time being reshaped. When the thrice-blessed fail and the red tower trembles, that of course is Morrowind, referencing the fall of the Tribunal and the assault on Dagoth-Ur, the volcano, the red tower. When the dragonborn ruler loses his throne and the white tower falls, that of course is Oblivion. The last Septim is killed and the white tower is left without an emperor. And when the snow tower lies sundered, kingless, bleeding, that is a reference to the throat of the world in Skyrim is the snow tower. And kingless, bleeding, is the fact that the High King is dead and a civil war is going on. The World Eater wakes, that would be Alduin, and the wheel turns upon the last Dragonborn. Spoiler alert, that's us. Oh, need to take it, don't I? Alright, let's go look at the Torturer. I don't think he has anything we can pickpocket, but I'll check. No, let's see what he has to say.
Leave me to my work, unless you plan to stay and help. Leave me to my work, unless you plan to stay in hell.
Again, if you're inclined to grind, I will point two things out here. First of all, you can give items to somebody and take them back. So if you're really dedicated at this juncture, you can give stuff to the torturer, pickpocket it back, and raise your pickpocket all the way to 100. Also, if you want to raise your armor skills and your block skill, and even your restoration skill, since you have to be hurt for healing to gain experience, you can provoke him into attacking you and sit here and let him hit you and heal yourself and eventually raise heavy armor, light armor, block, and restoration all the way to 100. It requires an extraordinary degree of patience, but it is possible if you want to do it. I'm not going to. Instead, let's look at lockpicking. Use mouse to rotate the lockpick, then W to rotate the lock. The closer the pick is to the correct position, the more the lock will rotate before the pick breaks. Only when it is in the correct position will the lock fully rotate and open. That's fine. I'm going to break my 17 spares on purpose. Breaking picks does give you a little skill experience, and it'll speed along the process of getting lockpicking to 100 by a little bit. Lockpicking is usually the last skill that I get to 100, and this will help speed it along just a touch without being too tedious. If you do this, be very careful not to break your last lockpick. You need that to actually open the locks. So that was good to raise lockpicking to 16. Not bad. Now let's actually open the cages. There's nothing inside that one. Well, let's go to the middle one. Now there are some goodies in here. I got 4 gold coins, a potion of minor magicka, and a spell tome, Sparks, weight 1, value 46. Lightning that does 8 points of shock damage to health and magicka per second. Well, one of our goals is to learn all the spells, so let's learn Sparks. New spell learned, Sparks. Now let's search the mage's body. He's got 25 gold, 2 more potions of minor magicka, a novice hood, armor 0, weight 1, value 305, increases your magicka by 30 points. Later on, when we find enchanting altars, we'll be able to disenchant this to learn the effect Fortify Magicka. So we need to hold on to that. Novice robes, armor 0, weight 1, value 153. Magicka regenerates 50% faster. Another effect we'll want, Fortify Magicka regen. So we'll take that too, and keep on going. This cage is empty. We'll just pick it open for the lockpicking experience. And keep creeping right along.
There's no way out that way.
We'll just keep following Hadvar. There's nothing down there. Let's open this door. Again, there's nothing in this one either. This is purely for lockpicking experience. Lockpicking increased to 17. Wonderful. What? There is something in this one. Search the skeleton. We have 5 gold and bone meal. Weight, half a pound, value 5. Unknown effects. And a coin purse, 12 gold. Delightful. I'm not going to do it, but if you want to, you can learn the first effect of any ingredient just by eating it. I would rather save them and use them in potions, and sell the potions and make money, and get alchemy experience out of the mix. Another bone meal and 3 gold on that skeleton. Ragged robes on that Stormcloak soldier. There's another skeleton down here on the left. Bone meal and 2 gold. And another one in this cage up here on the right. Another bone meal, 2 more gold.
Come on, hurry up.
Alright. Let's pickpocket the torturer's assistant now that we've caught back up to him. He's got nothing. Let's hear what he has to say.
We need to find a way out of here. We need to find a way out of here.
Pretty straightforward. Alright. Let's move
Let's
along.
stick together down here. Come on, hurry up.
We're going to be pretty excluded from most fights until we get to Riverwood and manage our first offload. And that's okay. Hadvar's invincible and he'll kill everybody for us.
Where in Oblivion are we supposed to go? Where's the way out?
Just give me a minute. Let me think.
Where'd you come from?
You've already lost.
Well, they already killed the torturer's assistant. Alright, we're fully detected now, so might as well stand up. 2 iron arrows, iron warhammer, stormcloak cuirass, fur boots, 4 fur gauntlets. Let's kill this dude. Search him. Stormcloak cuirass, fur boots, fur gauntlets, iron battle axe. Kill this dude. Iron warhammer, stormcloak cuirass, fur boots, fur gauntlets. Nothing awesome. Torturer's assistant, iron arrow, imperial light armor, imperial light boots, imperial light bracers, armor 7, weight 1, value 15, and an iron mace. Those bracers are a slight upgrade from the fur gauntlets, so let's put them on. I got a couple of archers over here. Let's put the battle axe away so we can move a little faster. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put healing as a favorite. Favorites. While in game, press Q to open the favorites menu, which allows you to quickly use or equip items you have marked as your favorites. And at the same time, let's go ahead and mark the battle axe as a favorite, since it's what I'm using right now. Let's get healing out, just so I can heal myself as I get hit. Alright. Time to get out a battle axe. Let's kill this dude.
Do your work. We are out.
10 iron arrows, stormcloak cuirass, fur boots, fur gauntlets, iron greatsword, and a long bow. I'm going to unfavorite the battle axe, favorite and equip the greatsword, because greatswords swing the fastest out of all the two-handed weapons, which is pretty awesome, really. Hadvar killed that guy for me. That's fine. He has a hide shield, 11 iron arrows, a stormcloak cuirass, fur boots, fur gauntlets, an iron sword, and a long bow. We can keep on working our way out of here.
Over here. Let's see where this goes. Better down here than out there.
That's right, Hadvar. There's no point in sneaking right now. Hadvar. It's faster to drop down here. Get the loot in this tunnel.
Better push on. I'm sure the others will find another way out.
Remaining undetected from Hadvar doesn't count for sneaking, because he's a companion, and there's nobody else around to sneak from. So we can afford to stand up for now, which is nice. There's a potion of minor healing, another bone meal, and a coin purse. Another 12 gold. I'm coming, Hadvar. Settle down. Alright. We're coming up on some hostiles.
The way out's up ahead. Come on.
I'm gonna start sneaking again.
Doesn't go. I guess we'd better try this way.
Hadvar will probably kill all 5 spiders before I even get there, but that's okay. I think I'm close enough that I'm gaining a little bit of sneak experience.
We have to keep moving.
Maybe not. Another coin purse. Another 13 gold.
There's a way up through here.
Sneak increased to 16. Lovely. Yeah, see Hadvar one-shot the little spiders. I saw him kill 3. 2 more are gonna drop down as I enter the room. A little bit bigger. There they are. Hadvar can't quite one-shot them. That's okay. Frostbite Venom. Weight half a pound. Value 21. A blood-freezing poison that does 5 points damage to health and stamina for 4 seconds. Another Frostbite Venom. Another Frostbite Venom.
What next? Giant snakes.
Another Frostbite Venom. And another Frostbite Venom. Websack. Skeever Tail. Weight 2/10 of a pound. Value 3. Unknown effects. Alchemy ingredient, in case that wasn't obvious. Here we have 2 egg sacs. Let's search these. Spider egg. Weight 2/10 of a pound. Value 5. 4 unknown effects. We will take all of this with us. Another skeever tail in that web sack. There's another spider egg. There's 8 gold in that desiccated corpse, which I just knocked down. Here's another spider egg. Now let's head up there. A little ramp to the left has a few more goodies.
This looks like the way.
Hush up, Hadvar. I'm working on it.
Come on, hurry up.
Alright. Another spider egg. Another spider egg. Another spider egg. And another iron mace. Alright. That's it for this room, so let's keep going. Rather than begin by rattling off the list of absolutely everything we need to save for quests or for Hearthfire construction, I'll just, as we encounter things that we want to hold on to, I'll let you know that it's something I intend to hoard, and I'll tell you what for.
Better stick together down here.
I think I mentioned this. The only things I've found so far that I'm going to hoard are 2 of these 11 fur gauntlets and the rough spun tunic. These I need to hold just to disenchant. Ingredients I'm holding to make potions. As far as weapons go, until two-handed is maxed, I'm going to keep the strongest greatsword I've found. And once two-handed is maxed, I'll never use two-handed weapons again. Once I have space to store things, I'll hold on to the strongest sword, which is still just an iron sword, and the strongest bow I've found. I don't have any heavy armor yet. Once I have it, that's what I'm going to wear, and I'll store my best individual piece of light armor for each slot. I'm not going to get the matching set perk, so I don't care about matching them, which makes that simpler. I think that covers everything. Oh, and when I do find a unique item, I'm going to hold on to it just for aesthetic reasons. Once I have my houses built, I like to collect all of the unique items and display them or store them in one place. Just makes me feel good about myself. But before we go up there to Hadvar, let's go back here. For just a few little goodies. It's so nice that you can still jump while you're over encumbered. It means you can still get around. Iron Dagger, Potion of Health. Weight half a pound, value 67. We haven't seen one of these yet. Health is increased by 20 points for 60 seconds. So that's different. Rather than a restore health effect, that's a fortify health effect. So since I'm still at 100 health, if I drank it, I would have 120 health until the potion expired. Now this is the second part of the dungeon, and the last part where you're able to grind up your skills by wailing on Hadvar. So at this point...
There's a bear just ahead. See her? I'd rather not tangle with her right now. Might be able to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow, and watch where you step. Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow. Might take her by surprise. Go ahead. I'll follow your lead and watch your back.
Hadvar gave me another longbow and 12 iron arrows, which isn't bad. At this point, you have found a two-handed sword, so you could max out two-handed, and you've got a bow and some arrows. You couldn't max out archery because you'll run out of arrows after increasing it only 4 or 5 points, but you can max out two-handed if you're so inclined. The bear's over there. Sneak increased to 17. Lovely. Let's take this lantern. Alto wine, alto wine, alto wine. A coin purse with 37 gold. A Blackbriar mead. Weight 2/10 of a pound. Value 25. Restore 20 points of stamina. Stamina regenerates 40% slower for 30 seconds. Now the Blackbriar mead is something we need to hold on to. When we get to Falkreath, we have to give a bottle of Blackbriar mead to Jarl Siggeir in order to start his quest chain. So, hold on to that bottle of Blackbriar mead. And finally, an iron helmet. Armor rating 16, weight 5, value 60. That's my first bit of heavy armor, so I'll change it out for the Imperial Light helmet. And now look, I am the guy who was used to market the game. Sort of. I have the same helmet anyway. Alright, let's head over here to this bear. I'm just going to fight it with my great sword. Hadvar will come help me. I don't know why he's so afraid. The bear's not that strong. Stab it like a boss with your great sword. Didn't catch a disease, that's good. So, let's search the bear. We got 1 gold, bear claws, weight 1/10 of a pound, value 2, 4 unknown effects, and a bear pelt. There's a quest where you need to deliver 10 bear pelts to a woman named Temba Widearm in Iverstead. And you also need 11 bear pelts in the course of furnishing your Hearthfire homes. So that means, in total, you need to hoard 21 bear pelts. This is my first one. Weight 3, value 50. I need to find 20 more. Yes, that's a lot. The Hearthfire shopping list just makes everything ridiculous, but if you pay attention from the beginning and save the things you need to save, it shouldn't be too hard to find everything you need. The game is huge, after all. That's it, now we're just making our way out.
This looks like the way out. I was starting to wonder if we'd ever make it.
Alright, we're about to end the video, but I'll make my exit and let the tutorial quest complete before I stop. Those trained to use heavy armor make more effective use of iron, steel, dwarven, orcish, ebony, and daedric armors. I like the little tool tips, or trainer tips, or whatever you want to call them. Here we go.
Wait.
There he goes. Now, normally I like to keep up with the person as they go to Riverwood, but if you're over encumbered, it's just really not going to happen, so I'm not going to worry about it. Just let him talk and then let him run off and end the video.
Looks like he's gone for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back. Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out.
Alright. So, worth noting that we have completed Unbound. I have escaped both my execution and a dragon attack at Helgen. I now have my freedom to do as I see fit in Skyrim. Before the storm, Hadvar suggested that I head to the nearby town of Riverwood. His uncle is the blacksmith there and should be able to help me. Objectives: talk to Alvor in Riverwood.
It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
Alright, with that, I'm gonna update my my more permanent save as well as my quick save, and thank you for watching this second episode of Let's Play Skyrim. In the next video, I will painstakingly make my way down to Riverwood by way of the Guardian Stones, gathering all of the ingredients I can find along the way before finally offloading all of this excess crud I found in Helgen Keep. Until then, thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.